it's me, Jane, reacting to season 6, episode 3 of Buffy. This is obviously going to be the beginning point of Buffy being back to life. Last episode was called Bargaining Part 2, which was a continuation of Part 1, where Willow was going to do a spell to resurrect Buffy back from the dead. Part 2, we continue on with the attacks of the demons with the motorcycle people that came. So they came, and they're like literally making destruction. Like there's so much destruction everywhere that is literally impossible. Like, they came into Sunnydale and destroyed as much stuff as they could. Like kicking things, bombing things, blowing things up. Fire everywhere. They're going into people's houses and ransacking. They're just going all over the place, right? So it left off with Buffy basically resurrecting back. But Xander, he's carrying Willow because obviously the spell took so much, exhausted her. It took all the energy out of her. And they're trying to go to the magic box. They essentially get lost while Tara and Anya, they head back to the magic box and try to contact Spike and Dawn, because once again, Spike and Dawn is still in Buffy's house. And they're obviously trying to escape without getting caught by the demons. The Buffy bot is obviously in possession of the Helium demons, and they're going to try to rip her apart, and they're beating her up badly. And it's like, listen, we're going to take over. Sunnydale is ours. And Buffy, since she's resurrected back, she has to claw her way out of her literal burial ground. Let alone that she's probably 6 feet under. She has to dig herself out, remind you. And Buffy was, first of all, ripping away from the coffin, then had to dig herself 6 feet up, and she notices that she's obviously buried, like her graveyard. The Helians, they still trashing everything around essentially, and Spike decides to help, get Dawn and give her to a safer location. While Buffy breaks out of her coffin, she obviously goes walk around the damaged Sunnydale as if she's literally in hell, because everything is literally on fire. Like the demons are driving on bikes around her, like she's looking around. Look like she woke up in an apocalypse. At the magic box, Tara and Anya are there, and they obviously see that the store is in safe hands. And Anya starts freaking out about where Xander's at and if he's hurt. And I'm low-key shocked she didn't mention anything about the wedding. You would have thought she would have said something about them them being engaged, because she's been holding it in for 3 months or 5 months or something like that. So Tara, she's kind of getting, anxiety filled because of, the stress that Anya is exceeding. So Tara's like, no, they're safe, they're perfectly fine, they're not dead, I can help. She does a guiding spell to find Willow and Xander and then help them get back to the magic box. They find it, they locate, and they get, they obviously reach back to the magic box. Buffy, she's bumping into cars, setting off alarms. They're hurting her ears. Like, she's still getting accustomed to obviously being back alive. And the car that she bumps, the owner comes out, threatening her, whatever the case may be, like, not even noticing that her hands are literally covered in blood for beating her way out of the grave. Spike, on the other hand, he's in the streets. He hits one of the demons off the bike, get on with Dawn, and then head off to try to obviously find everybody else. Everybody's obviously trying to figure out, how they're going to deal without Buffy, because the Buffy spell, obviously the resurrection spell didn't work for Buffy. So how's everything going to work now, since the demons and everybody know that Buffy isn't real? Buffy, the real Buffy, ends up stumbling upon them while they're walking around trying to handle this demon. The real Buffy, she's still walking in the street, and she stumbles across the Helium demons in their new little chill location with the Buffy bot that they're going to rip apart. They drive opposite ways and rip her all apart, and she watches and she walks away. But that's not before the Buffy bot notices her. Buffy, she's screaming. She's obviously, the demons are looking at her. They start chasing her as well. And obviously the Scoop gang is heading towards the direction to obviously handle the demon, because they obviously got to handle themselves. And Buffy, she jump off a fence and they meet each other, and they're like, oh, the Buffy bot is here. But then Willow notices that the clothes, well, probably they didn't even notice the clothes. Like, that literally was her clothes that she got buried in. Like, how y'all figured that in 5 months? But they notice that's the real Buffy, and the real Buffy runs off. She darts off. They follow her. And Xander realized that the spell that brought her to life had her literally inside of her coffin. She had to bury her way out. So Buffy's frightened and confused, but she still fights off the demons when they appear around her. Razor, whatever, who try to hurt her and her friends. Dawn and Spike, they come near the area where the demons were just at, and they find Buffy Bot's body and stuff like that. And Buffy Bot basically tells Dawn, like, oh, I saw the real me, the other me. You know, like not even that far, but she ran. I don't know where she's at. And Dawn literally leaves Spike and runs to where where she's at essentially. And Spike is like, whoa, what? Because she don't know where she went. Buffy, she finishes off most of the demons, and then she goes off to Glory's Tower, which was obviously created, you know, when she died. Obviously created for Dawn, and then she jumped off and died in season 5. And, you know, Razor still's awakened, but, you know, he fights with Willow and all, and Tara, and then he tried to come for Tara. He tried to come from Willow, and Tara kills him. And she's like, that's my girl, period. Dawn tracked Buffy by the tower. They go and have this, like, emotional talk. And, you know, Buffy remembers the last day in heaven before she died. And Dawn basically interrupts her, saying that, you know, she needs her back. She needs her to stay. While Buffy, she's so confused. She's like, is this hell? Like, is this real? Like, why am I here? Like, and she's even contemplating jumping again just to end this utter hell. And the tower around the tower's already collapsing. So it's literally like breaking under their feet. And I'm like, shit, I fucking broke last time. And Dawn is begging her to come with her and to stay. And that, you know, everybody needs her and she needs her. And then, you know, the tower starts breaking around where Dawn's at, and Buffy runs to her, you know, protection, and uses the rope that, you know, was obviously outside of the, like, near the tower, and uses that to, like, prolong them to the ground. They get some cushion, and, you know, they roll out the way while the tower collapses. And Dawn, you know, hugs Buffy and tells her that, you know, she's happy that she's home, like, her sister's finally home. And that was that. I mean, obviously, like, it was emotional because, obviously, like, Dawn and seeing her sister, and like for Buffy to tell her to stay strong, and then once she saw her sister, she started to like to cry a little bit. It was emotional. But yes, so we now we're in episode 3, so let's dive in.
She's at home. She has to be. We just need to get there and she'll be there. This is the fastest way.
She won't be home, trust.
Hey, I've done a lot of danger. Nothing.
Look at them. There's still more. You didn't sense that danger, honestly.
Oh my god. What if she never gets over it? And you think of this now?
Right.
What are you thinking, Willow? Home. See?
That's home.
We're back home.
Look at the zoom in.
We're all okay now.
Buffy giving very much a first Slayer with how she acting.
It's different.
Yeah, everybody moving.
A little. Willow and Tara live here now. And,
The lighting and affecting.
This is the same. Except the computer stuff. That's Willow's, obviously. Eat at the other end.
Damn, Buff. She's gonna leave her.
Obviously. Knew you were under that dirt somewhere.
Oh god, no, did she actually like let you fully wash her? That's how like frozen she is?
Yeah, I never thought of it.
Damn, is Dawn taller than you, Buffy? My small child.
You want to button that, or and then what are your hands? See how nice you look?
Look, she about to walk out again. What you about to look at now?
Yeah, well, it seemed to make the most sense. No one was using it, and it's the biggest. But, you know, what else is different?
Damn, she don't want to talk.
Do you mean about the house, or?
About everything, I guess. Your life.
Dawn! Dawn! Are you there?
Oh, no!
It's just Spike.
Oh,
I'm
no!
Here.
I mean it. I could rip your head off one-handed and drink from your brain stem.
Don't make a threat right now. Buffy upstairs. She's like, what you say, bitch? That's not the Buffy vibe, sir.
She's kind of,
traumatized? Bamboozled?
She's been through
Can somebody please tend to my daughter's knuckles?
My hands.
Them shit, the meat.
Get some stuff.
Yep. Peroxide, bandages, Neosporin, Vaseline, cocoa butter.
It wasn't for you. Where you were.
longer. Hey, what do you know about what happened? Hey, back off.
Right, like, what are y'all doing?
You did this. What did you do?
Y'all
back
surrounding her? Like, oh, little sister.
Right,
little sister
Dawn's right.
Dawn
we
coming
should
in.
just be quiet.
Give it time. I bet in a week she'll be a little buffering again.
I don't think so.
6 or 7 days. That's all you really need to get over eternal hell experience.
Oh,
You brought her back and you didn't tell me.
Well, now you know.
I worked beside you. Maybe you haven't, but I have. Willow knew there was a chance that she'd come back wrong. So wrong that you'd have...
and tell me when you saw Buffy alive, that wasn't the happiest moment of your entire existence.
Dude didn't even speak, so why he acting like Willow sat there and try to damage my good sis Buffy? I understand his frustration, but like, I know if this spell backfire and I really have to like beat somebody's ass, I'm going to really go to war.
How did he take it?
Yeah, I'll do.
I'm not sure. I mean, glad but kind of weirded out. Fine. It's all good.
She the only one that's taking this
Well, this
spell
is me.
normally.
Doesn't all have to be good and fine. What happened? That was intense. And that's gonna change you. Is this better?
Oh, my children.
Yeah. I think it makes things quieter in here.
We were expecting it to screw up. We weren't prepared for it to actually go right.
Spike, he was prepared for the downfall because he just almost choked your boy Xander for it.
Would I be a terrible person if I said yes?
Give her time.
Like, it's understandable that, they want things back to normal, but she's been dead for like 4 to 5 months. Like, life has been going on without her. She lost 4 or 5 months of her life. Oh, God. And just like that, Spike, he, sprinkled a little, is the spell backfiring now?
You're like children. Your hands smell of death. Bitches. Filthy little bitches rattling the bones.
Oh my
Did you
God.
cut? Oh my God. You were stained. You still are. I know what you did.
Excuse me? Excuse me?
What was it talking about? Did you understand it?
Well, I understood the words, but
Not the meaning.
misleading clues, and then you have to guess what it is.
Misleading clues? How about you misread that then?
Attacked? A vampire?
No, it was Buffy, or something that looked like her.
Whatever that was. Her
And then she
deadness?
just disappeared.
Whatever that is.
Wake up, Buffy.
What
and,
the
don't make it look Anya! Anya!
See someone moving between worlds and grabs onto the run. Some hell beastie rode in with Buffy, killed the beastie, and all
The
is good.
beastie. We don't know what
We're
that is.
rolling in puppies, right?
Are we though?
Can we do that?
Not like she's making it sound. A little haunting type stuff. Boo, scary. Everything's normal.
Because of your
Yeah, you
resurrection.
shouldn't worry about it. The photographs of us, they changed. How did they change?
Charged us a bone.
They were dead. I mean, you're fine. You are.
Anya will never not let y'all have peace. I swear to God.
Small bone eaters. Well, that just means they prefer to eat things with small bones, like you.
Oh,
That's just what we have so far. 5 species of demons that have been known to move transdimensionally. I know I'm a kind of poor substitute, but until then, we'll get it done.
Why Josh fall through that fucking door? I'm here, Buffy.
No. I need to go.
She needs to see if she still got the moves.
You should go. I'll be safe here with the others.
I don't think
Don't worry about me.
she didn't even ask or make sure about that. That's normally what Buffy always did. Oh my God. What the fuck is this thing doing? Like,
Places.
please don't drop that
Now they're
coffee.
just coffee. It's like evolution, only without the getting better part. Coffee, coffee, coffee.
The paper though?
Fire!
Department devs.
That was it. Like Buffy with fire.
Look at it.
Is she okay?
Did I look like that? You'll experience some dry mouth. Fire. Oh, was it? Did the demon thing have me?
Anya.
It's okay.
Anya. I love
It's
her.
okay.
Damn, he just decked out his house? Like, what's going on? I don't know. Did he punch his hand to like feel what Buffy had felt when she digged out? Like, cause he chuckled a little bit. I don't know the method to that.
You should be careful. You never know what kind of villain's got a knife at your back.
Sir.
Your hand is hurt.
Yeah, because he just punched he punched the stone, I think.
Hey, Willow's getting pretty strong, isn't she? Bringing you back. It's hard to get a good night's death around her. Every night after that. I'd see it all again.
Damn, he rethought of ways to prevent her death every day.
Dozens of times, lots of different ways.
Hey, Tara, this is probably crazy, but Spike got me to thinking. The spell we did,
Yeah.
it's having consequences, isn't it? I mean, badass.
Tomogenesis is when doing a spell actually creates a being. In this case, it was like a... Think of it like the world doesn't like you getting something for free, and we asked for this huge gift. Buffs too, and it made the demon.
Well, technically, that's not a price. That's a gift with purchase. But
We
if
don't
we
want
made
that
the demon, how
purchase,
come
boo.
we can't-
So we need to uncreate it, right? We
How
just send
come
it the
you
rest
do?
of the way out of our world.
Except that it's linked to the spell.
If you think you can give her back to me and then take her away again, no. That's worse than if you never brought her back.
Damn.
The subject of the original spell.
It would live if it killed Buffy, but that's not gonna happen.
Thanks for the tip.
Oh my god! Buffy just got on this fucking earth. She just got on the earth. She just got on the earth's plane. And y'all trying to swoop her out? It's like a toilet paper sheet. Buffy can't. Oh. Buff thought she was gonna be able to deck that ghost.
Did they tell you you belonged here?
She did. She just lived here. Like,
Did they say this was your home again?
it is.
Demon used me
Right,
to
they gave the
eavesdrop on our
whole tea.
conversation.
Great, so now what?
They gave the whole. They literally told the demon, "Yo, kill her, sis."
You sure it won't send Buffy back?
No, of course not. It's just that she can't fight this thing if it's all
Ghosty.
misty. So then make it more solid so Buffy can kick its fully embodied ass.
All they doing is another terror spell
We
joining.
entreat. With our actions did we make thee.
This is such a
To our
powerful couple. Like,
voices motive. With our motions came to pass.
okay.
We rescind no past devotions. Give go.
And what are you doing?
Go!
Ew.
Take Dawn out of here!
Child of
You
words.
need to pay attention to
hear thy
that
makers.
ghost, babe. Oh God.
No!
Damn. She cut her head off. Assassination Creed. I bet that bitch ain't dead. Give her very much season 5 Buffy again.
You made me lunch?
Shit, barely.
Oh, thanks.
What was it?
Thank you.
Listen, Dawn said, "Girl, I ain't giving you up." That's one thing she was gonna do.
But it'll be better now. Now that they can see you being happy.
Yeah, where's my son Giles? I need
That's
a
all they
read.
want.
So I'm just gonna say it. You brought me back. I was in a... But it felt like the world abandoned me there. And then suddenly,
She was in
you guys
hell.
did what you did.
It was Willow.
Well, she did go into a hell dimension, so maybe that's why.
Can't tell you what it means to me. And I should have said it before.
I just need one more thing. Like, the sun low,
It's okay.
right?
I can be alone with you here,
The sun
Like
is
so,
low,
so.
you said.
right?
You a damn lie. It's like a liar, like.
Well, I haven't been to a hell dimension just of late, but I do think
Yeah, that's why she was in a hell dimension, because she wouldn't have been in hell. I wouldn't allow it.
I knew that everyone I cared about was all right.
Oh.
I knew it.
You finished what you did. You finished what you...
Complete.
Good job.
I don't understand. I was torn out of there,
It's not your time.
pulled
though.
out by my friends. Thing I touch. This is hell.
That just made me regret crying a couple minutes ago, actually.
Can never know.
Damn, she
Never.
came back from the dead lion. This is not the vibe. this is so humiliating. This is so humiliating, to be honest, because like, oh my god, this, how am I already into this beginning of this season and I'm already conflicted on how I'm supposed to feel? Because like, logically I'm supposed to feel guilty on this, in this episode called The Afterlife. It just sucks. It's so that was my season 6 episode 3 reaction to Buffy. And honestly, I'm confused. Not in the senses of the storyline, but I'm conflicted with how to feel, to be honest, because I understand what Buffy means, but I also understand what, the scoops mean. But I hate that Buffy has to lie to them. And I understand why she's lying to them, so they don't feel guilty for taking away her choice. And that's kind of the most, it's Willow and them resurrecting her back was a selfish decision. Okay. Now, yes, it was for good intentions because that's their friend who wouldn't want to bring their friend back to life after having a chance. And even Buffy understood that when she basically was okay after a while with bringing Joyce back. Like when she noticed that Dawn did the spell to resurrect Joyce back, she even was like literally accepting the fact that she got resurrected back and not even caring about the repercussions. Now, I wonder if she understood. Like now, she's like, "Oh yeah, now I knew how it would have been if we did Joyce." But the thing is that who wouldn't want to bring their friend back, especially when they died that way, And yes, maybe they should have let Buffy stay at peace, and maybe they shouldn't have been selfish to bring her back because they love her and they don't want to let her go, and she didn't deserve to die that way. But who wouldn't want to bring their friends back? Like, I don't like how like I'm conflicted because I don't like that I'm conflicted that my scouts they're real friends and that their lives were pretty much missing without her, and that the town relied on her, obviously, like all the stress, like she's like literally I've been saying that she's always had the world on her shoulders last season. The death wish meant that everything was fulfilled, which is why she's at peace. Like it felt complete because her era, well, not really an era, but like her carrying the world was complete. She did her last essential, not really her last task, but like the last thing to save the world. That's why she felt peace. Like obviously in heaven you're going to feel complete love. You don't have to like go outside and fight and kill and see people you love die. Like you're complete, you're finished. But like damn, she didn't see Joyce. Like she didn't see Joyce. Like she said that she felt complete, and that being here and being back in reality where she can lose anybody and that she has to fight people and kill people and she's back to square one, this is hell. And it kind of made the speech she gave Willow and them meaningless, because she just said thank you for bringing her back. She lies about it and then she's like, this is hell. Like damn, her being back with her friends is hell. I'm not saying that. I'm not saying that's what she means with like being with them is hell, but like she's back to where everything is at its highest field. And I understand her. I understand both sides, but it's just kind of shitty though, because you're like, would you want that? Would you want to be dragged out of peace? To continue life. And life is always hard. Life is always hell. Which is why I understand her. Like, yes, it's always going to be that way. And with her life, it's the hardest thing on the planet because she always has to sacrifice and kill and kill. And that's what she thought she was. She thought she was only a monster. And that death was her gift, was to finally be rewarded with peace. And to have it snatched away from her, of course she's going to be mad. Of course she's going to be frustrated. Of course she's going to lie to her friends because she doesn't want her friends to think that they were wrong and that they shouldn't have messed with fate by bringing her back alive. But to be honest, like, girl, you going to go back to peace when you die? You were too young to die. I understand that, she feels like she should have been still there, but like, you're 21. You did not deserve that way, especially when you literally said a little 2 seasons ago or whatever, that you deserve to have a happy life. And she was like, listen, girl, I want this peace. And understandable, like, yes, like, who wouldn't want to have peace over life? So, like, yes, understandable, but it just kills me, though, because, like, you're literally split between Buffy wanting to be back dead, and at least that she'll know that she'll be at peace and that her friends will be happy and they'll be loved and they'll be cared for, than being back on Earth redoing this shit and bring about people dying, and then the Scoops who were literally lost without her, and everybody was just breaking apart. Giles leaving, like Dawn was closed off, and then the possibility of losing her, like it's a lot. And like personally for me, I feel like Buffy was too young to die. Yeah, she was going to always go to heaven. I did not believe that she was in the hell dimension unless like she jumped through one, but I don't think she would have went to hell. Which is why when she said that she thinks she was in heaven, I said it makes sense, because she literally is heaven sent. She saved the world several times. She always put herself last, and she died a sacrificial death for somebody else, meaning that she definitely earned her spot to get peace. But maybe I'm just selfish as well, because I don't think she deserved to die yet, especially like right now. You kind of see how different she was compared to season 5, where everything was Dawn. Literally didn't care that Dawn was, she left, didn't even ask Dawn, be safe, whatever. Yeah, she made Dawn lunch. But even then, she felt like everybody was complete. But, like, imagine how Dawn is, though. Like, yeah, you may be at peace, but Dawn literally has no one. She left with a shit father. And, yes, she's supported with your friends or whatever, the friends. But, like, she's growing out without you. And this is the one thing that I can't talk about this. Like, I can't. Because, like, how can I defend both sides without saying, like, selfish or like an asshole? Like, oh, why are you not respecting Buffy's choice? And then why are you not respecting Willow's point? Like, I understand both sides. Like, especially with Buffy, well, why wouldn't Buffy want to be at peace? Like, Buffy should deserve to be at peace at all. Like, her having saved the world 55 times, her mom dying, her losing the love of her life, and like her having to like die for her sister, and her always having to lose, never get a chance, having her whole teenage young years be robbed, and having to live as a slayer and never having a chance to have a fulfilling life because there's always a death wish on your shoulders. Of course she's going to want to be at peace. But also, who wouldn't want to be a real friend and bring her back to life? Therefore, it is sad, and I'm wondering if this is going to backfire, because she told Spike to never see anything about her doing, like, for her feeling like this is hell. And I'm wondering, will this be revealed, or are they really going to keep it to the grave? Because you imagine it comes out, I mean, because Spike really don't talk to anybody, so like, who would he really tell? I mean, Spike barely talked to anyone, so who else would he really don't really talk to Willow, so like, but like, imagine, him slipping up and they realized that Buffy did not want them to bring her back. Imagine that. That would honestly suck. But I feel like everything that's been trying to kept as a secret will get revealed at some point. But we'll see, because I feel like she's still trying to hold on, and that's why she's still trying to hold on. It makes like she's getting better now, and trying to act like she's fine, but she's not fine, because she knows that she's been robbed out of peace and completeness, and knowing that everybody was loved, and now she's brought back into this eternal hell, which is life. She's going to feel bitter type of way about that. She's going to definitely feel some type of way about that, but I'm wondering how they're going to evolve that. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe for my Buffy Angel Cinema reactions. Twitter and Discord links so you can talk to me about this episode or see whenever I update. Till next time, make sure you be safe. Peace.